I told you in my last video that y'all was playing with the track. Y'all playing with the track. Hey. Hold on.
Yeah, I ain't you ain't me.
Nope.
Leave me alone, let me be.
Yeah.
Shady rare, I agree. Yep. But they be trying to throw the trick. Miss me with the ball. Yep. Mine paid up in full. Yeah. One thing that for sure. What? I'm gonna go and get her.
Bag, 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 bag. Count it up 'cause it go fast, 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 fast. She just wanna throw it. Bag, 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 bag. For a hitter or some cash, 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 cash. Hitters call me Mike down. Yeah. Women call me right now. Only if you bad though. What? Meet me at the bando. Everything low key. Yeah. Know you got a man, yo. Yeah. It's great that you play my tape. Yeah. I know you're not a fan though. Whoa. I got the neck on speed now. I got my neck on freeze now. Yeah. I got the check on me now. Yeah. I don't rep the women, I freestyle. Nope. Live.
Hi, and welcome to TUBARS, the Uncle Tom Album Review Show. This is taking the place of your regularly scheduled program, which used to be TUBARS. And I'm here, I'm your new uncle, Uncle Tom. My real name is Mark Squalowitz. I don't know why they told me to say Tom, but this is the new Uncle Tom Album Review Show. And this week, we are definitely, we have some great music that we're going to cover. Let me, okay, all right, let's see here. I have to refer to my notes here. Not really familiar with a lot of these guys. What does this mean? Brazy. Brazy? What? Okay, Brazy. That's what it is. Y and G. Still Brazy. It's going to be covered today. And no, I don't want to go to this place. Compton. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And we're playing a game. Playing a game? No. Oh, okay. The game. The game is back with Streets of Compton, and we're going to be considering that. No, I can't do none of this. No, I can't say that. No, this is out of, I can't do this. No, I'm out.
I'm an alien, fly so high, I'm an alien. I'm an alien. CO, open up my cell. 2 down, 20 piece, all in one. She a free, and she mine, and she fine. Follow back, Irina Dream. Calm down and I'm platinum. Rerun, I'm what's happening. My magic wand, Dom Perignon. I'll pop the cork on you bastards. Disappear 'em. Yikes. Crowd, we gotta go to the hospital. Looks like you got that cabin fever at 28 days later. I'm not in the mood to play, Crown. We gotta go. I hear ya, but I was just about to watch this episode of TUBARS.
This just basically talks about, betrayal from so-called friends and how he should have put his family first, people doing him wrong. No real production on this particular
Crown,
track
come on.
the album. So for the first time in TUBARS
history, all right.
Track number 1 gets skippies.
And let's continue going with no fear. I waited for this moment all my life. I've waited for this moment all my life.
Hey, and once again, it's the uncle. It's the real uncle this time. Welcome to another episode of TUBARS, the Uncle Bris Review Show. In that first segment, listen, I had to address all that little social media bashing I was getting just because I decided to do a certain review on a person. You know, I can do whatever I want. I mean, it's my freaking show, and if I like the music, I like the music. But I don't want to take for granted my subscribers, my supporters, people who watch and like my videos. Thank y'all very much. I'm going to keep doing this no matter what anybody says. So, of course, I had to talk about my man YG. He's back with Still Brazy. Alright, now we know he was signed to CTE. He was running around with Jeezy a few years ago. In 2014, he gave us that nice album, My Crazy Life. So now he's back with Still Brazy. So I'm going to hop right in. Don't Come to LA, produced by Switch. Now I'm going to tell you, this is a straight LA banger, and it just serves as a warning to those who plan on coming out to LA. You know, you think you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You need to watch how you're moving because they don't play out there. And then we get into Who Shot Me, and I'm going to tell you, he begins this track asking about who shot him, and then he goes into you know, who he thinks could be responsible for shooting him rather, and you know, the reasons why they probably wanted to get him because of some stuff that he did in the past. So I really thought that this was a nice couple of tracks to begin this album. And then we get into Word Is Bond, produced by P-Lo. Now I'm gonna tell you, I can't stand this beat. It's one of them beats that's just so, seems like it's so easy and kiddie, unfortunately, and the chorus is so babyish. It kind of sounds like, you know, some old Too Short. So I really didn't dig that track. And then the single that my man brought out last year, produced by Terrace Martin, Twist My Fingers. And I can tell you, that particular track, it has that West Coast feel, that West Coast sound, and the funk that comes from the West Coast. You definitely, as you listening to West Coast hip hop, you begin to appreciate that. And then we go into Gimme Got Shot. That's another track that I particularly love. You know, it's just one of them sayings, you know, people want this from you, they want that from you, and guess what? Nah, bruh, Gimme Got Shot. And then we get into I Got a Question, and this features Lil Wayne. Now, I can tell you, I really like YG's flow on this particular track, but when Lil Wayne comes in with this auto-tune crap, y'all, it just destroys the whole song. So I definitely I didn't appreciate that. And then we get into Why You Always Hating, and that features Drake and Kamaya. And I'm gonna tell you, this production again, it just sounds dated. You know, it has that Cali sound, yes, but the album at this point has a lot of the same sounding type of beats, so you know, not one of my favorites. And then we get into Boom, Bomb, and Belective, which he replaces the C's on Cool, Calm, and Collective with the B's. I get it, but unfortunately,
Skitties.
And then we get into She Wish She Was.
Skitties.
And then we get into the title track, Still Brazy, and I'm gonna tell you, another West Coast sounding song. And you know, at this point in the album, the versatility is just not there for me. So you know, that's I wasn't really digging that track. And then we get into FDT featuring Nipsey Hussle. Now this track I love simply because, of course, it stands for F Donald Trump. And with all the nonsense that we're going through right now in our country with this, with Donald Trump, you know, just embarrassing himself on television, and you know, him quite possibly being our next president. I don't know why, but you know, whatever. It seems like that's going to happen, but it's just a nice stand-up track, and I really dig the message behind that. And then the best track to me on this whole album is produced by my man Hit Boy, and I'm talking about Police Get Away with Murder. And this is a great song, you know, just about being in bad situations and how we can't count on the law, and how police get away with, you know, murder, and how the law actually gets away with, you know, putting us away for sometimes things that we don't even deserve. So that was actually a great way to end this album. But I'm gonna tell you, this album has too much repetition as far as production goes. You know, the content is really all the same. It's not a whole lot of playback value on this. And I could hear YG's roots and his influences, you know, as far as West Coast hip hop is concerned. But on the Uncle Bris rating, you know, of course I rate niece to the uncle. And I'm sorry, YG. This album gets my second cousin, fam. I'll be back after these messages.
Yes, and all of the healers have
Black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black power. Black family.
time to wake up. Black people, I know y'all see what's going on out here. I'm not gonna act like I'm blind to it. I'm gonna put my mind to it. Only the strong gonna survive through it. Shell cases and yellow tape and breaking news on every station. Since Congress is quiet, I'm gonna address the nation. Getting tired of the lies, we need investigation. Screaming equality, why I feel like segregation. Sway ain't the only one without the answer. It's like a plate these cops get rid of, it's quicker than cancer. Murdering in Ferguson all the way down in Sanford. Let's not forget about Eric, Walter, Freddie, and Sandra. Fake motives, evidence, way bogus. Labeled innocent, no matter if the tape showed that it was cold blood. Mourning families, there's no love. Media making college-bound teen look like a nose thug.
Hey, and I'm back. Once again, it's the Uncle. And welcome to the third segment of TUBARS, the Uncle Bris Album Review Show. And my man Game, listen, last year he gave us the documentary 2 and then the documentary 2.5, and they had a nice documentary that came on a few days ago about the streets of Compton, and my man Game decided to do the soundtrack to this particular documentary. And I'm talking about an album with 11 tracks called The Streets of Compton. So the Game, listen, we know his plight, we know his history, you know, from G Unit to Dr. Dre. He's just been all over, and he's very consistent ever since the beginning of his career. So, you know, with that, all of that work being done last year, I was wondering how he was going to come for this documentary. So, you know what? I'm going to hop right in. Now, this particular album begins with a track called Support Compton, and it's produced by my man Phoenix. And it features J3 and Peso. And it's just a track that means exactly what it says, you know, about supporting Compton. And I love the last verse when my man Peso, he kind of gives a little history of his background. So it was a nice way to begin the album, you know, with talking about Compton. And then we hop into Roped Off, and that's produced by League of Stars. They're very, very dope. And that features Problem and my man Boogie. And Boogie is an up-and-coming artist from Compton, and he has a really nice LP, well, mixtape out also that's dope. But it's a track, you know, just basically about respecting whatever hood you from in Compton. And, you know, if those lines get crossed, listen, you're going to get the area roped off. So make sure you respect that. And then we get into Hit the News, and that's produced by Jay Nari. And it's just another track that fits the concept of this album, you know, going through the dangers of being in Compton and all of the wild stuff that goes on there. And then it's a track that actually, it leads right into a track called Bullish that actually sounds a lot like Hit the News. And it's basically letting these dudes know that if you walking, talking, you acting tough, you trying to be that bull, that my man Game is definitely with the bullish. And then we get into Can't Wait. And then we get into a really nice track that I enjoy, produced by Day Uno, and I'm talking about Gang Signs. And this is a song that I really, really dig. I dig the beat. I dig the realness of when you see gang signs. You know, of course, that's a warning. And you know, it's a nicely laid out track because on the flip side, I can kind of hear a little message that the game is trying to send, you know, about all of this violence that results from gang activity or the gang life. And then we get into Unfollow Me Trick, featuring my man Problem. And Problem is another dope MC out of LA. I love this beat. It is so Cali. It sounds so much like that G-Funk era. You know, the groove. It's one of those songs, it makes you feel good, and you know how you picture videos in your mind sometime. I could picture them at like a cookout on this particular track. You know how them Cali videos used to be, and they be jamming at the cookout. So a really, really dope track in my opinion. And then we get into The Chronic, which just is a straight Cali banger. And then we get into Like Me, and this beat is one of those beats that just grab you from the gate. And to me, this is really like the highlight of this album. And my man Game, he don't usually do a lot of brag rap, but this is some really dope brag rap from my man Game, and I'm gonna tell you, you definitely don't want to miss out on this particular track. Then we get into Death Row Chain, and when I saw that on the track listing, I really wanted to listen, because you know it goes through that history of Death Row, you know, and how the game wanted a Death Row Chain, and also some of the disasters of the people who actually was signed to Death Row and had that Death Row Chain. So shout out the Game for just touching on that. And then, you know, For the Homies is one of those tracks, you know, that is like one of those dedication type of tracks where, you know, your homie passes away, or you lost, you know, these people to the streets, and you just wanted to dedicate a song to those who, you know, was your homies who ain't fare too well. So listen, all in all, this is a solid piece of work. Of course, it's not nothing like a super game album like I thought he had last year. But I'm gonna rate this, and I'm gonna let y'all go. And on the Uncle Bris rating, what's up, cousin? Peace.
Skitties. 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 Skitties.